Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show. What a show we have for you. Coming up, we talk about the American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes is live on Raw, and he responds to The Rock after The Rock had called him out on SmackDown. What will Cody Rhodes say? What will Cody Rhodes do? What will Cody Rhodes' response be after he got called out by the great one, The Rock, on SmackDown? Coming up. Also, too, we talk about here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We talk about this. A last woman standing match between Nia Jax and Becky Lynch. Which one of these two women really hate each other's guts in a last woman standing match? The only way to win is that each your opponent's senseless that they can't get up to the count of 10. Also, two tag team championships. As the tag team championship for WrestleMania continues, we have these qualifying matches. The Awesome Truth, better known as Truth and Miz, take on the end of the year with Jinder Mahal. Which one of these teams set the tango qualify for a six-pack tag team ladder match at WrestleMania? Plus more matches as well. DIY will take on the Creed brothers in a qualifying match. Which one of these two teams going to advance? As well as American Alpha, Otis and got that dude name, but hey, the New Day is also in the match as well. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. And the Intercontinental Championship contract signing. The longest reigning Intercontinental Champion a long time, Gunther. And Sami Zayn, who vows to defeat Gunther, wants to make a deal and cash things dry for their important championship match at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. Also, too, we got on Wrestling Hot Topics. We found out about Bray Wyatt becoming immortal, celebrating the life and career of Bray Wyatt. What a docu-series that's going to be. We'll talk about it coming up as we get the Pro Wrestling Show started here on this Monday night. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show for the Raw Ring Report here. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right. We're going to get things started here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We kick things off with brother versus brother. We know that every 15 years, ever since WrestleMania 10 with the Hart brothers, and 15 years later with the Hardy brothers, Matt and Jeff. 15 years later from 2009, we get a new brother versus brother match. This time, Jay versus Jimmy will happen at WrestleMania one-on-one. Brother versus brother. And they had a face-to-face, a confrontation till their WrestleMania match. WrestleMania nearly 3 weeks away, live on Peacock. This brother versus brother intensity. They was talking about how they was teaming up as tag team, looking out for each other, fellow man, fellow brother. And neither of them felt like. Jimmy felt like that Jay was trying to do things on his own, walk alone and stuff. But Jimmy got to realize Jay was being his own man. And Jay could have respected Jimmy the same way that Jimmy would have respected Jay. But Jay wanted to do things Yeet way, and Jimmy is all about no Yeet. But these brothers will clash at WrestleMania. You can tell you right now, this is going to be the ultimate clash, the ultimate test for both brothers. This is a match that everybody wanted to see, but never thought would have imagined and what had happened and stuff. But it got a little bit physical as Jay sucker punched Jimmy after Jimmy tried to get his hands on Jay. Jay was trying to set up his brother Jimmy with Solo right there watching as the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes came out there to stop this nonsense and stuff from these brothers. But they will fight at WrestleMania. Looking forward to seeing that match at WrestleMania between these two brothers. These brothers going to collide one-on-one at WrestleMania. We will see how this rivalry is going to feud going forward. Well, we move on to tag team action. We know that the Uso brothers were the longest reigning tag team champions. They know a thing or two about tag team wrestling. Well, move on to the future. That DIY, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano want to put their stamp of approval and get themselves to the tag team championship. But they had to go through the Creed brothers. The Creed brothers taking it to, you can see right here, Brutus taking down Tommaso. Tommaso doing the same thing. Brutus with a suplex, a Northern Light suplex into a roll up with that counter. But you can see Brutus using a suplex, trying to go up and trying to suplex on himself. And you see right here, Tommaso Ciampa kicked out at 2, right here. Then it led to this. Brutus Julius was trying to take down Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa found a way, and Julius tried to get Tommaso Ciampa down. Both men did this. Both tag teams, the Creed brothers did the ankle lock, something that would make Kurt Angle proud. Kurt Angle would have been proud of this move and the ankle lock and stuff. But the Creed brothers, unfortunately, will not be heading to WrestleMania. Creed brothers did not win tonight. DIY, Tommaso Ciampa, and John Gargano advance. They move on. They move on to the ladder match. They earn a spot in the ladder match for the tag team titles. They're taking the tag team championships into a multi-man match. This worked for them. So we'll see. Speaking of the undisputed tag team champions, the Judgment Day watching from beyond to see how it's gonna go for them. And Judgment Day had plans in store for later on tonight. Well, we know this. Raw General Manager Adam Pearce allowed Paul Heyman to come on Raw. Heyman on Raw tonight. Heyman soon to be a Hall of Famer on his own right. As a manager, as a executive, as a advocate, an agent, and the founder and owner of Extreme Championship Wrestling, which ECW will be in Philadelphia, which is fitting for Heyman, since Heyman knows a thing or two about being the father of Extreme. Well, Heyman was allowed tonight, so we'll see where. Well, we can tell you right now, Heyman was allowed tonight, and look at what Paul Heyman did. We'll tell you a little bit later what Paul Heyman had going on. Well, Dominic Mysterio was in action. Dirty Dominic Mysterio was in action against Ricochet, someone that complimentary to him in a way. Dirty Dom taking on Ricochet one-on-one. And Dirty Dom won over Ricochet. Dirty Dom trying to find his WrestleMania moment and stuff. I think Ray was his moment, and now Ray moved on, might be feuding with Santos and stuff. But Ricochet tried to get the win. So we could see Ricochet and Dirty Dom have a match at WrestleMania, probably down the road. We'll see how this is going to go sooner rather than later. But it was a good, compelling match for these two high flyers. But hey, no, they win. Well, speaking of that, Chad Gable and Sami Zayn had a match last week on Raw. It was the finals of the number for the gauntlet match to determine who was going to meet Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Well, We found that Sami Zayn won the match, hard fought, but Chad Gable still upset and feels like that he should have been the one to go against Gunther. And Chad Gable saying that Sami Zayn doesn't have the willingness and the fortitude to do what he need to do to defeat Gunther. He don't have the mental capacity. I don't know what that means, but he felt that way about it. Well, the contract signing was coming up as Gunther, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, laughing all the way. Gunther and Sami Zayn traded bars, saying that what they're gonna do to each other. And Sami said that he needs this match more than Gunther, and feels like Gunther is just playing around as Intercontinental Champion. I don't think Gunther's playing around. Gunther knows a thing or two of taking people down. No wonder he's the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, and he's been holding that championship since June of 2022. Gunther laughing at Sami Zayn, saying that Sami may not have a chance, and Sami is just mere moments of just getting himself ready and prepared. But you can tell right here, this is going to be personal between these two. Sami Zayn, a gauntlet contender that wants to take the championship away from Gunther. He wants to be the man to make history by defeating and dethrowing Gunther away and wrestling away the Intercontinental Championship away from Gunther. Can he do it? It's gonna take a stretch for him to do what he needs to do, but he feels in his heart that he can do it and he can beat Gunther and become the new Intercontinental Champion and be the man that defeated the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion Gunther. And it may happen at WrestleMania. How this may go down, we'll see. Well, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes came out there to address this man right here, The Rock. The Rock came in on SmackDown last week and had a rock concert, saying that Cody Rhodes was trying to he's this and target his mother, and Cody Rhodes did not like that one bit, saying he got respect for his mother, but The Rock wanted to target his mom and feels like The Rock is just doing that to say what he wanted to say. He called The Rock a name that we're not gonna say on here, but I felt like the promo was a little bit dry and flat. Cody could have came a little bit harder, saying about Cody on The Rock's failures as a movie star with the latest flop, Black Adam. That's what he could have went on and targeted him about Hawaii, about him and Oprah Winfrey asking the public for money when they got money themselves to rebuild the Hawaii. I think Cody missed the boat on that, and it was flat. But hey, it is what it is. Paul Heyman thought he was gonna save Cody and himself by doing what he needs to do. Heyman gave Cody an offer to say, Cody, come on SmackDown this week. No bloodline, just you and Roman Reigns face to face for the World Championship, the undisputed title. And if Cody Rhodes be gallant enough to overcome the odds and come on his own, nobody, no Seth Rollins, just him and Roman face to face. Heyman came out there and delivered on his word, and we don't know about Heyman. Heyman can sometimes be a master of disguise and being a slickster, but Cody did not fall for it. Cody told him, "Hey, I'm going to do this because I need this." And we'll see how this is going to go between Cody and Roman Reigns. They're going to meet this face to face coming up this week on SmackDown. So Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns face to face. What they're going to discuss and how this is going to implicate WrestleMania implications going forward. We'll see, but you can tell right here, Cody. Yeah, Cody. Yeah, it's like The Rock. It's basically like The Rock's WrestleMania when you ask me on everything. When The Rock coming out here and taking over Cody's spotlight, making Roman look like second fiddle of him being the champion. A lot of stuff going on. Speaking of Seth Rollins, the world champion. Seth Rollins have his own dealings and stuff tonight. Seth Rollins was supposed to come out there and he interrupted Drew McIntyre. He upstaged Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre saying he was supposed to be the savior of WrestleMania.
He came out there and said what he needed to say, his piece. It didn't say with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is not taking things serious. He wants to be playful and stuff. And I think Seth Rollins is going to really have to really become more serious than that if he wants to get rid of Drew McIntyre and make Drew McIntyre a little bit fearful of what's going on with him. But we saw tonight that Seth Rollins issued saying that, okay, you can do this on his own. That made me think about what Mike Cole was saying. Will Seth Rollins be the one, maybe Cody won't not finish his story. Cody may not have to ever finish his story because Cody's gonna have to find a way. He's gonna have to find a way indeed to navigate, because tonight's promo with Cody was a little bit flat. I would have thought he would have been having some material written for him by his wife, but I guess that wasn't the case tonight. Speaking of that, tonight, Candice LeRae, well, new attitude with Indy Hartwell. Candice LeRae probably found her mean girlness, and she took it to Indy Hartwell. Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell was being concerned at the Candice LeRae pinned her with a submission. Candice LeRae found a new lease on life by doing what she needed to do tonight on Raw. But Taylor Chance and Kayden Carter, the former women's tag team champions, being mugged down tonight. So who knows? Well, we know this, that CM Punk saying that he'll be returning next week on Raw on Chicago. We don't know what role CM Punk is going to play at WrestleMania. He said he don't care hell high water. He's coming to WrestleMania. What he's going to do? Could he be the special guest referee between these two men for the world title, where CM Punk was alleged was supposed to be in the match, but it didn't come out the way it be for CM Punk? Then maybe CM Punk be the host of WrestleMania. We don't know, but we will get an indication next week on what role CM Punk will do and how he will go moving forward. So we'll see how that's going to go next week. Also, too, the Awesome Truth were in action. Miz and R-Truth was in action. Miz and R-Truth went against Miz and R-Truth went against in the sheer Jinder Mahal's team. And Jinder Mahal's team, I guess they were just there just to lose the match to Miz and R-Truth. Miz did the skull crushing finale along with Truth doing some little other move and got the win. Truth did, unbeknownst to Truth, covered the man and got the win. So R-Truth getting the win for him and the Miz later on. All right, we move on to the main event. The main event of the evening. And you know what the main event was. The man, Becky Lynch. Well, we can go. We'll move right quick before we get to the main event. The New Day advances on. New Day went on. New Day building some momentum against American Alpha. New Day taking down Otis and the rest of them. Otis and Akira Tozawa. Otis tried to get a move. You can tell right here, Otis taking it to the belly hole right here. And the New Day found the way. Akira Tozawa tried to do that top rope splash, but Xavier pointed at Akira and got the 1, 2, 3. And the New Day moves on in advance to WrestleMania. They'll be added to the tag team championship match as well. So we'll see that as well. Well, Sami Zayn confronted Chad Gable and saying that he thinks he can beat Gunther and he's going to show it. After Chad Gable doubted him, saying that he couldn't beat Gunther. We'll see how that's going to go coming up. Well, the man Becky Lynch had a moment in the sky. Becky Lynch went against Nia Jax. Becky Lynch and Nia Jax had their match tonight. Becky Lynch took on Nia Jax in the last woman standing match. The rules of the last woman standing match is you had to beat your opponent senseless, incapacitate them, and they couldn't get up to the count of 10. And the count of 10 was Nia Jax using everything, ramming Becky into the steel post. Even to the fact that Becky pulled out a table. Becky pulled out the table to slam Nia Jax. And Becky tried to do the same thing. Nia Jax tried to do the same thing by taking her table out for Becky. Did what she did tonight. And Nia Jax tried to pull the table out. Even taunting Becky, pulling her sitting a chair down with her full whole butt down on the chair. Becky found a way to use the kendo stick and did. Nia did this right here. Nia railed Becky down with the steel steps, and she did so as well. But then Becky Nia did a sidewalk Samoan drop and dropped her down with the Samoan slam. But Becky found the way and did the manhandle slam and did so through the table. What was an impactful move? Becky decided to climb the ladder and meet Nia. Nia a little bit disoriented and just wondered. Becky went and did the top rope leg drop and had Nia down. Becky won the match over Nia with the 10 count. Becky was the last woman standing. The last woman standing she was. Nia Jax let Becky let Nia Jax put her over at day one. Now Becky returned the favor and now heading to WrestleMania. Rhea Ripley came out there to confront Becky Lynch. These two women will meet at WrestleMania in Philadelphia for the women's championship, the women's world title. And it's gonna be a good one. Becky Lynch challenging Rhea Ripley for the women's championship at WrestleMania. So we'll see that. We know that next week on Raw, well, not next week, but 2 weeks from now on Raw, The Rock, the great one, will be returning to WrestleMania. He's going to kick WrestleMania. He's going to make a very special appearance on Raw, heading toward WrestleMania. So The Rock will be coming to Raw for WrestleMania next week. All right. That's going to do it for wrestling for the Raw Ring Report. We're going to move over to Wrestling Hot Topics. On Wrestling Hot Topics, we talk about this. WWE released a docu-series on Peacock saying that Bray Wyatt is going to get his own docu-series becoming Bray Wyatt, becoming immortal. Bray Wyatt, who lost his life this past August. Bray Wyatt, one of the all-time greats, passed away way too soon. And Bray Wyatt will be getting his docu-series on Peacock. I'm going to watch it that April 1st. So we'll see. Bray Wyatt, he had a remarkable career and what a remarkable person he was for everything he done and stuff. So we'll get to see Bray Wyatt, how everything he was for his untimely passing. So we'll see that. Speaking of that, the man Becky Lynch was at the White House and she left a book in the White House. I guess it's nice for Becky Lynch. Bring the White House folks. Even met the president of the United States, Joe Biden. But Becky Lynch, getting herself ready and stuff on what's going down. Speaking of that, Pharaoh, at the Rock called Pharaoh a you know what, and saying the Rock is a cat. So Pharaoh found a way to get back at the Rock. What there for Pharaoh. Also, too, we speaking of Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley gets called out by a troll, a fan. Since they're their pleasure. Rhea Ripley, the only way she got is because she's hot. Not even 6 months ago, Rhea looked like a man. You guys are funny. So Rhea Ripley had to return back that statement. A lot of folks just saying mean stuff about Rhea Ripley. And Rhea Ripley is not stunning them and stuff on what's going on. Stuff. We got that wrong right there. Well, we see that. All right. Well, we gonna leave you out. We see that Pharaoh, Cody Rhodes making fun of Pharaoh, but Cody Rhodes gonna have to work on his promo a little bit harder. It was a little weak tonight, so hopefully Cody will learn from it. He got 2 weeks now to sell that match. And Heyman and the rest of them gonna have to help him sell it or something. But we know Cody Rhodes will be coming to SmackDown this week to confront Roman Reigns. We'll see that face to face coming up. And will the great one, the People's Champion, The Rock, will The Rock stop by and say something this week on SmackDown? Who knows what The Rock's gonna do? But The Rock, known for a man to be known full of surprises. I'll tell you that right now. But we're gonna end that here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Presents the Raw Ring Report. We're gonna leave you with this picture right here: Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. These two women will meet at WrestleMania for the Women's World Championship. Who's gonna leave as champion? We'll see. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been your host, Kendrick Dixon. So long. We'll see you tomorrow night for the NXT Ring Report here on the Pro Wrestling Show.